6.2 magnitude artificial earthquake? Gansu conducted large-scale drill 3 months ago. Scholars predict CCP's top black swan event in 2024. A comet goes viral, Beijing trembles in fear. Kindergartens participate in vaccine trials, Shaanxi left behind children turned into little white mice. It's all covered in today's China Truths. 6.2 magnitude artificial earthquake? Gansu conducted large-scale drill 3 months ago. A disaster earthquake, measuring 6.2 on the Richter scale, has struck Gansu province in China, leading to nearly 1,000 casualties and the collapse of hundreds of thousands of houses, as reported by the Chinese government. However, the actual casualty count might be considerably higher, with ongoing rescue efforts and the possibility of many people still buried under debris. Notably, the Vision Times recently shared information hinting at unusual circumstances related to the Gansu earthquake. On September 13 of this year, Lanzhou, Gansu, conducted an earthquake drill simulating a 6.2 magnitude earthquake within the Xigu district of Lanzhou, with a depth of 10 kilometers. During this exercise, 8 110 kV transmission lines and one 110 kV substation of Lanzhou power grid were intentionally shut down. Numerous distribution lines in the Xigu power supply area of Lanzhou power grid collapsed, resulting in a widespread power outage for users in Xigu urban area, among other simulated conditions. Remarkably, this drill scenario perfectly aligns with the magnitude and depth of the actual earthquake that occurred in Jishishan County on December 18. In response, some internet users expressed doubts about the effectiveness of disaster preparedness drills. They mentioned that despite experiencing earthquakes below magnitude 5 in China, they had never participated in practical drills. Drawing parallels with the exercises at Wuhan airport before the COVID-19 outbreak, some netizens suggested a pre-existing knowledge of events. Suspicions arose about coincidences, and some even speculated about unusual activities, such as digging deep holes for nuclear testing or experimenting with new types of thermonuclear weapons. Others emphasized that the CCP tested seismic weapons themselves. The same goes for the virus. We conduct drills before the outbreak. The communist bandits have stopped pretending at all. Scholars predict CCP's top black swan event in 2024. As 2023 comes to a close, the situation in China is marked by undercurrents of change. Associate Professor Feng Chongyi from the University of Technology Sydney mentioned that predicting major events in China for 2024 is challenging, akin to predicting the will of the heavens. However, public sentiment and the political situation can be analyzed. He believes that the turning point for China hinges on when the Communist Party will collapse. Earlier, we reported potential black swan events in China for 2024. However, according to Mr. Feng Chongyi, the foremost black swan event is precisely this: the death of Xi Jinping. Feng Chongyi stated, if there's to be a black swan event in China in 2024, it would be Xi Jinping's death. With his passing, a significant shift in China will occur, which many are anticipating. Kim Jong-un, the leader of North Korea and a close ally of the CCP, has recently been making frequent public appearances with his daughter, Kim Jong-il. In November, during a speech for military officials celebrating the successful launch of a military reconnaissance satellite, Kim Jong-il was referred to as the rising star general of North Korea. This has sparked speculation about Kim Jong-un's succession plans. Feng Chongyi said that many believe Kim Jong-un is aware of his health issues and the possibility of imminent death, prompting these actions. Similarly, Xi Jinping's health is also problematic, and it's his biggest secret, worthy of observation. He said, "She must know his days are numbered, and there should be some personnel arrangements for 2024, but we have not yet seen him making such preparations for his succession." Feng Chongyi added that overseas Chinese democracy activists are starting to hold national affairs conferences to discuss China's future. On December 19, Feng Chongyi further mentioned that the death of Xi Jinping would also signify the end of the Communist Party. If Xi Jinping suddenly becomes incapacitated and unable to govern, no one under him could hold the fort. There is no one who can replace Xi Jinping, so the entire communist regime would collapse like a house of cards, leading to its downfall and disintegration. Dr. Lin Song, a senior media professional in Australia, also expressed that there has been much discussion about the possibility of Xi Jinping suddenly dying. He believes that the high-ranking officials close to Xi Jinping are very limited in their capabilities. If Xi Jinping were to die suddenly, no one would be able to seize power or maintain the regime. Dr. Lin said, "They are incompetent, having risen to power by merely following Xi Jinping's orders. If Xi Jinping suddenly dies, no one would have the ability to control the political scene. But this would be a good start for China's future and for the Chinese people. Only with the fall of dictatorship can China have hope." A comic goes viral, Beijing trembles in fear. The last issue of Selected Essays magazine features a viral comic that has caused panic in Beijing authorities, leading to a recall and destruction of copies. The discontinued issue has now become a sought-after collector's item due to its unavailability. The cover illustration depicts Xi Jinping as the chief accelerator, directing the nation towards a dead end, symbolized by economic depression and public suffering. The editorial team announced the magazine's discontinuation starting January 1, 2024, making the bold cover illustration its final statement. Kai Xia, a retired professor, shared on social media that this issue marks the magazine's last publication. The cover, showing a hand pointing towards a precipice with people marching towards it, has drawn global attention, symbolizing the current state of China. Overseas netizens applaud the magazine's courage, calling the illustration a vivid representation of the country's situation. Comments include pointing out the direction of downfall and praise for the editor's bravery in the face of CCP suppression. Southern Metropolis Daily highlights the magazine's history of sharp critique and broad readership. Despite its recognition by the CCP in 2001, the magazine faces an untimely end, attributed to changes in the media industry and a misunderstanding of the essay genre. Writer Li Weiming finds significant commemorative value in the final issue and attributes the magazine's demise to a combination of media industry changes and a misconception about essays. However, it's evident that CCP censorship, manifested in a death threat, played a crucial role in the sudden discontinuation. The final issue's cover comic serves as a powerful message to the Chinese people: blindly following the CCP leads to destruction. The essay genre isn't the issue, it's the fragility of CCP authorities stifling dissenting voices and avoiding discussions that reveal the nation's economic decline and political incompetence. The cover bluntly conveys the truth: compliance with the CCP and you're headed for destruction. Just like the 3 years of the pandemic have made many realize a truth: agree with the Communist Party, enter the crematorium. Kindergartens participate in vaccine trials. Shaanxi left-behind children turned into little white mice. In Linwei District, Shaanxi Province, the local CDC faces accusations of exploiting left-behind children in kindergartens for a vaccine trial. Allegedly, these children were deceived into participating in a clinical trial for the ACYW135 meningococcal polysaccharide conjugate vaccine, receiving a mere 150 yuan as a transportation subsidy. Netizens exposed several kindergartens in the district for involving children as volunteers under the guise of routine vaccination. Screenshots of an informed consent form reveal the study's primary purpose: to evaluate the safety and immunogenicity of the vaccine in a population aged 4 to 6 years, aiming to expand the eligible age range. About 1,000 volunteers were to be enrolled, divided into 2 groups, and subjected to a vaccine or control vaccine. The controversy suggests the CDC misled guardians, mainly elderly grandparents, by not disclosing the experimental nature of the vaccine and portraying it as a regular, free vaccination. A previous video expose claimed that at least 12 left-behind children from New World Kindergarten were tricked into participating in the vaccine trial. On October 12, the kindergarten notified parents to bring their children for vaccination, leading to a shuttle bus trip to the Linwei District CDC. Despite a parent's doubts, questioning the change in vaccination location, concerns were dismissed. It was discovered that 11 of the 12 children were accompanied by grandparents. At the CDC lobby, staff emphasized the vaccine's benefits, stating it was a market vaccine for extended age vaccination. When asked if it was an experiment, staff asserted it wasn't. On October 21, the kindergarten issued a similar notice, increasing the list of children to 25. Allegations suggest that the ACYW135 vaccine by CanSino Biologics, originally for ages 3 months to 3 years, was intended for a Phase 3B clinical trial to extend the age to 4 to 6 years. The Linwei District CDC allegedly concealed this, falsely advertising it as a regular, free vaccination, exploiting elderly guardians' lack of knowledge. The incident gained online attention, especially concerning left-behind children and vaccine trials. The Linwei District Health and Wellness Bureau director hasn't directly addressed the issue, and numerous original reports and videos have been deleted. Blood banks in urgent need across China appeal for blood donations, public skeptical. In recent days, China's blood banks are facing critical shortages, prompting widespread calls for public blood donations. Notably, in Wui County, Zhejiang, parents of out-of-town students are mandated to undergo blood donation assessments for local school enrollment, sparking public discontent. On December 19, a trending topic on the Douyin short video platform addressed the urgent need for blood donations, called Blood Banks in Urgent Need, Why Unwilling to Donate Blood, Challenging Common Perceptions. Yunqing Central Blood Station in Shaanxi reported a significant decrease in blood donors, coinciding with the agricultural off-season and a surge in scheduled surgeries, creating severe challenges for the blood supply. Cities like Weifang, Xinjiang, and Yeyang have called for blood donations, but netizens responded ironically. Some demanded proof of blood shortages, expressing skepticism and requesting investigations by authoritative institutions before spreading information online. The message highlighted the erosion of trust and credibility, citing instances where hospital nurses misused blood plasma and donors faced unfulfilled expectations, including discounts or exemptions. Reports also surfaced of individuals intending to donate 200 cubic centimeters of blood but being drawn 400 cubic centimeters. Such incidents, including unrecognized hospitalizations in different regions, left donors disheartened. Expressing frustration, a Gansu netizen lamented the intrusion of the vampire's black hand into schools, particularly targeting children whose parents are coerced into blood donation assessments for enrollment. Netizens from different regions voiced concerns about the paradox where common people donate blood for free, while hospitals profit from it. Criticisms of perceived dishonesty and a lack of credibility were prevalent, with accusations of hospitals making fortunes from donors. Netizens emphasized the difficulty of rebuilding trust, questioning the intelligence of ordinary folks and expressing concern over the high cost of blood transfusions despite free blood donations. Some reassured that relevant departments are addressing the situation, noting recent instances where children needed family members to donate blood for school attendance points. Don't forget to leave a comment in the section below to share your opinions on today's topic with us. Make sure to like and subscribe to see more interesting topics from China Truths.